Hello, everybody. This is your Right Geek. And as you can see, I'm kind of not in my usual location. We have a different bedspread here. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately. Um, this video is not about these. I just wanted to show you that along with my travels, I have brought homework, including #1 Marmaduke's fans homework here, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Volume 1, and I'm also getting into the Ultimates here. For further discussion on my blog and maybe on Facebook as well. But today, actually, what I want to talk about is the conversation that's been going on about female heroes and female action heroes. And I want to speak from the perspective of a female viewer, a female fan, who finds I find the current discourse regarding female heroes insulting, but not for the reason you may think. I find it insulting because I believe that female heroes shouldn't get an automatic booby pass. I believe that they are perfectly capable of carrying good stories on their own without squads of militant defenders shooting down each and every criticism. I think what we have going on right now is we have this sort of affirmative action situation going on where female heroes are being treated like they're inherently inferior, and the only way that you can build them up is by tearing male heroes down and um, by artificially building them up, by basically guilting people into liking them and into buying tickets to see their movies. Um, but actually, uh, female heroes in the past were able to get audience attention and were able to get audience appreciation without people being guilted into liking them. So again, I just find it really insulting that there's underlying assumption that if we don't immediately attack people that have criticisms about female heroes, then the female heroes aren't going to be able to carry stories on their own. And it's just not true. I have seen female heroes carry great stories many times. I'm 40 years old. I'm as old as Ellen Ripley. I've never known a world without badass chicks. But here's the key, you have to sell them correctly. Obviously, many people have said, don't insult the audience. And yes, that's obviously true. Going on about how action movie fans, who are mostly men, are misogynists, will never accept a female hero is stupid and will never garner you ticket sales. No one has ever been insulted into agreeing with somebody's position. You have to actually sell your movie in a positive way. You have to say, hey, I think you'll really like this. We had a lot of fun making it. There's a lot of fun action pieces and set pieces here that I think you'll enjoy. And we'd be very happy if you showed up and you bought a ticket and you went and you saw our movie. Instead of pre-scolding people in advance that, oh, if you don't like this, then obviously you're a misogynist. It's stupid. It's not going to get anyone to see your movie. But I'd go even further than that. I would also say that not only should you avoid insulting the audience, but you should also consider, oh, I don't know, writing female heroes who have personalities and histories and actually struggle to succeed. And also, maybe we should consider other ways of building female heroes up besides bashing and belittling men. When I think about the female heroes that I really enjoyed growing up, I think we used to be pretty good at that. And case in point, one of my favorite characters from the Star Trek franchise is Major Kira. I got introduced to Major Kira when I was in junior high, and it seemed to be about exactly the right time for me to get into Star Trek. And Major Kira was pretty badass. She was a former terrorist. She could kick people's ass while she was 9 months pregnant. I mean, that she was the definition of a female action hero. The thing is that, as I emphasized earlier, she had a personality and a history, and she had struggles to succeed. Um, she had to deal with the guilt that came from the violent past which she lived. She she did not always win fights. Um, she uh, had love affairs. I mean, she was a fully fledged three-dimensional character. And further, they made her badass without dragging down any of the male characters or belittling any of the male characters. Because when you think about it, Captain Sisko is badass too. And Captain Sisko and Kira would often disagree because Kira was coming from an outsider perspective. She was not Federation. And her main concern as a Bajoran nationalist was what's going to happen to Bajor, right? So they would disagree, but they would disagree like adults. And at no time did either character pull the other one down or disrespect the other character. They managed to find a way to work together, to work through their differences, and they very quickly developed this very strong respect for each other. And both of them had their times when they were strong, when they were badass, when they got to have their hero moment. It was even. It wasn't, in order for this badass chick to stand out and to be cool, we have to drag the captain down and make him seem like a sissy and make him seem like, the only cool badass character in this canon is going to be this woman. In Deep Space Nine, the writers obviously did not feel a necessity for that, and I think that their instincts were correct. You do not need to pull men down. You do not need to insult men. You do not need to belittle men in order to make a badass female hero. And furthermore, you shouldn't belittle and insult men in order to sell badass female heroes. It's just not going to work. It's completely counter to common sense, and you need to freaking stop. Thank you for listening.